Because I'm flipping off the camera, like, we didn't know what to do. We're back. We're a little bit later than we said, but it's my channel, so fuck it. I do what I want. Speak English. Speak English, Charlotte. I'm talking to my kid, by the way. It's weird watching a clock now. I want to get one of those like old grandfather clocks. Anyway, hello, Coco. I am back. I'm a little bit late, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my channel. I do what I want. Plus, I give no fucks. Obviously, you can tell by the thumbnail. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Ate breakfast for dinner. It was great. Are you going to dye your hair blue still? I do plan to do it. One day I will come on here and I will have blue in my hair. Hey, Brittany, how you been, babe? One day I'll come in and I don't know what I'm going to do with the blue. So it'll be a surprise to you guys and to me. Till that day comes, I shall not know. For anybody who's in here, welcome. 50 to 60 hours a week is killing me. Yeah, but you're making that money, baby. You're making that money. That's how you got to see it. You're making all of that money now. The entire head. Do the entire head blue. Or just the end still. I don't know. I've kind of debated between the whole head, just the tip. Or doing the underneath blue and then leaving the top blonde. So you get that weird effect. Oh, no. I'm better than that.
She did a line.
Okay, so
a line.
My sister-in-law, she tried to do the underneath and then have the blonde up top. Did not work at all. But that's what, I think she used like what's flat.
We went to Walgreens.
All I know is the stuff I got is like $20 a bottle. And then it's not even a bottle. It's just like a canister. But I got it for 10, so, you know. All right, let's see. What do we got? Brittany, manifestation, baby. So basically just keep on doing what you're doing. Because not in the distant future, but the further future, you'll start seeing some rewards for it. Because you got miracles coming up right after. But yes, just the tip. By the way, anyone who is in here, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, what the hell's wrong with you? Because that's how we treat people. We say, what the hell? I know, it's been forever since we've seen Brittany. So how are things going with the wifey? Haven't heard from you in a while, so I don't know where you're at or what you're doing. I know you're working. Working hard for the money. Finally in the right direction. Took a while, but I'm above water. Hell yeah, baby. That's all you can hope for. Now you just got to learn to keep on swimming like Dory. By the way, my lovely ladies, if you would hit the like, because it does hit my channel. For those who are coming in, hello, check out the description. Are we sending PayPal to our team? How are you? What do you mean, are we sending PayPal to our team? If you're asking me if I'm booking a reading here soon, probably not for a while till I get over this car situation. But I am doing good. I'm changing my looks. I'm evolving like the Phoenix. My Spire. Spire, fated to suffer. You have a lot of things in your mind. And sacrifice in reverse. So this whole mentality of like fated to suffer, it's one that you can't really ever get rid of. You just kind of got to subdue it into submission. Like, why do bad things always happen? You just need to stop sacrificing yourself for other people, baby. So take that. Stop sacrificing yourself for other people. Drool. I love the necklace. Thank you, my dear. She is still in Massachusetts, but she's moving back in 6 months. Just got to get the nurses and everything for her dad, and she's good. We had a huge breakthrough, and and she's changed a lot. I'm so happy for you, baby. It does seem like right now we got the change going with relationships. Did the tat hurt? How did your tat hurt? How bad did your tat hurt? When it came to the shading part, that's what hurt the most. I want one in the same spot. Your PayPal link takes us to... Really? That's weird. Give me 1 second. I'm going to fix that. I don't know why it's taking you guys to there. That's weird. Give me 1 minute, my dears. Thank you for pointing that out to me, though, because I had no clue it was like that. Give me 1 second. So, before anybody sends anything to anywhere, don't send to the link in my bio. I don't know why it was there. That was weird. Actually, I know what I can do. Give me 1 moment. You're going to hear me for a second. There we go. And hey, I'm on vacation. That's not the one that I needed. Pause. So weird. I don't know why it had somebody else's link in there. Huh. Maybe I was watching something one day. You never really know with me. Give me 1 second. This should take you to my PayPal. Triple Moon Readings. There we go. I'll fix that. Anyway, where was I? I just noticed the tattoo. Nice. Girl, Coco, where you been? My tattoo has always been there. Or are you just looking at something else, you naughty person? You naughty person. We look out for each other. Hell yeah, we do. So how's the pups doing? The pups are doing good. The hubby's doing good. The kids are doing great. My oldest gets to go to high school next year, so that's exciting. The only thing that's been kind of down around here is my car. It does weird shit, and we're trying to figure it out. So that's kind of been fun. Not really. I've been so out of it, to be honest. I've been going through a lot. I know, baby. You know I'm just fucking with you. And you know if you ever want to talk, you can always email me. It doesn't have to be about scheduling shit. Like, you a bestie. So that's how we treat besties. All right. Who did I miss? Lita. Lita, let's see what we got for you, my dear. So we've got artificial heart. This means that you're starting to open up to people. So that's a good thing. But it still does feel like you're not opening up all the way, though. So, progress, my dear. How did you ever join the class? Hey, did you ever join the class? I did not join the class. I had the information, and then all my shit just went to shit. Doesn't make sense. All my shit went to shit. Agenda. Let's see where we're at with agenda. We got This Is Me. And intuition. You need to trust your intuition in agenda. That's what we got going on here. Is this me? So you're wondering if your intuition is leading you wrong. You might be getting guidance from someone else. And you're kind of questioning, is this my own thoughts or is this someone actually guiding me? I think we all kind of go through that, though. It's one of those spiritual things. And when I'm doing a reading, please, until I am done. Thank you. Which I am not done. So let's see what we got. Hey there, dear. Hope you're doing fine. Looking great. Would love to know what the future has for me. Think a lot. wisdom, my dear. I will see what I got, but like I always say, if you want a reading for what the future holds, like in depth, it is charged. We got enchantment in reverse. So that means that your joy and your happiness is going to kind of cease to exist for a little bit, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. I feel like you're going to be more focused on things. So just kind of know that you've got a shaky period coming, but it's all going to work out in the end because, you know, when there's rain, there's a rainbow to come. I sent my donation through PayPal. All right, give me 1 second, baby. And while I'm waiting for that to load, hey RX, how are you doing, sweetheart? Let's see what we got. Now, if you want a love reading, my dear, I do charge for that. But I do give a general reading for those who are kind and subscribed. The signs that you were looking for are right in front of your face, okay? So that just tells me that you're ignoring what's in front of you and you're looking elsewhere when you need to be looking what's literally close to you. Thanks a lot. For the reading. You're fine. Hey, Duncan, welcome back, baby. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Clairvolna. Yeah, but unfortunately, I lost the information, but I'll soon find it. Ooh, Clairvolna. We got a loss of love. And, okay, so basically you're holding on to a past relationship too much. And the reason I say that is because we got surrender and release. And then we got new love in reverse. So it's an old love where we're trying to let go. And we're getting to that point where we're about to let go. Sometimes we hold on to things a little bit more than we're wanting to, but it's not a bad thing. It just means, you know, we cared enough to keep them around for longer than they kept us around. No. What?
Oh, I thought a card was in a different set.
Nope. Thank you, though. So what can I do for you, my dear? Natural beauty. You know the drill. Put all your questions into a paragraph, baby. I don't know what it is. My energy just feels like, ugh. I don't like it.
Gross?
Not gross, but like my energy is being intertwined with someone else's energy.
Probably mine.
No, it's not like that. It's been like this all day. Probably mine. I know what your energy feels like. I created your energy. I had a little bit of a experience with that. Wine and Dine. I like your name. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Wine and Dine. May I have a reading? Yes, you may, my dear. If you would do me a favor, though, for anybody who is in here, if you'll hit the like button, I appreciate that. Let's see what we got for Wine and Dine while I'm waiting on Natural Beauty's questions. Wine and Dine. So we got the child I was meant to be in reverse, which means that you're not feeling like you're living up to the expectations you put on yourself when you were younger. And normally this happens when we're kind of getting older and we're realizing we're not reaching some goals that we had set previously. Okay, so I got Daniela and I got Natural Beauty. Natural Beauty will be first, and then it will be Daniela. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate the likes. Oh, shoot. Did you send anything with it? Nope, you didn't say anything, but I see you. All right. Like I said, Daniela, if you would, go ahead and put both of your questions into a paragraph, baby, while we wait. RX, my dear, if you go back, I gave you a reading, but for a love reading, I do charge for those, sweetie. All right, so let's see what we got. My engagement was off, was supposed to get married tomorrow. Do you see me and working out in the future? My dear, I'm first off, I'm sorry, because that's shitty that your wedding was supposed to be tomorrow and now it's not. So that's got to be a thing, right? And two, for in-depth love readings, I charge. If you want to just get the scratch of the surface to figure out where you're going, 30 minutes would do it. But you can email me, my dear. Let's see. The first two questions. Is there an ancestor I confide in that I can't trust? What is the energy that is around me getting a new job with pay rate I want? Okay, so for the first one, We've got someone who is distant, who is a black sheep of the family, very unbalanced, was kind of all around a shitty person and was always borrowing money. And it seemed like it seems like a con artist, really, because you've got Pluto, which is our distance. We've got the ninth house, which means they didn't really move around a lot. They didn't really do much. Then we got the fourth house, which means that they really didn't have a stable life. So they were always jumping on back and forth, which with the eighth house in reverse, that's unbalanced. Then we've got the north node coming through in reverse, which means that they had a bright future in front of them, but they fucked it all up and then just let it go to shit. And they were the type who couldn't keep their finances straight, would always be borrowing money off somebody. And then we got Sagittarius in reverse. So basically what this tells me is that they were probably in November more than December. It's almost like it's like a chaotic female that's coming through. So I don't know what female it was, but that would be for your first one, baby. That I would not put much trust in, because I feel like the individual that this was, you felt a little bit more connected to, but realistically, there was a lot of things that you didn't see about them. So that would be my first one. And for the second one, what is the energy around me getting a new job? Thank you, Daniela, for putting both of your questions. And that's fine, Natural Beauty. We'll go ahead and do the second one. I'll go ahead and get Daniela, and I'll give you a little extra time to figure out what you want to ask. Oh, now let's see. So I got Natural Beauty, I got Daniela, and then I got Brittany. So right now, what is the energy around me getting a new job? The pay rate I want. Very good. I'm going to say that right off, because it's not that I feel excited, but I feel something coming, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're going to have a couple decisions, and you're going to have to make the right one. You're going against somebody who's young. A couple people who are young. You're going against two males in the future for a job. When this opportunity comes up, it's going to be around the same time where you get two other opportunities. See the symbolism of 3 here with the 3 wands? This means that you're going to have 3 paths in front of you, okay? Now, what you need to take in this with is strength and mothering. So basically, it almost feels like a management type of job. The reason I say that is because when you're dealing with any type of upper up level, you have to be able to show compassion, but also be stern and be like, look, you fucked up. But it does seem like in these situations, you are going to be going against 2 other males. 7 and 3. 7, 10 divided by 2, that'd be 5. So we're looking about anywhere from 5 days to 5 weeks. Now there's going to be the first opportunity you're going to walk away from. The second opportunity you're going to walk away from. And the third opportunity, that's the one that's going to stick. The reason I say that is because we got the devil in reverse and we got the world. So that basically shows completion. So it's going to be the third job that you're going to end up picking. So when you go to this point, what is to be expected? It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy. It's not going to leave you with much free time. And you're going to have to cut some things out of your life. The reason I say that is because we've got the moon, the 8 of wands, and then we've got the 4 of discs coming through with that. Hey, Joanna, how are you doing, baby? By the way, currently I am doing paid readings at this point, but we do got free readings going on after that. So if you stick around.
I'm going to go upstairs.
Huh?
I'm going to go upstairs.
Okay. Have fun. All right. So, Daniela, what will be the outcome for me contacting Dylan? How does Dylan feel about me and trying to come together again? All right, let's go ahead and take a deep dive into that. First one, they want to know how does how and what will be the outcome of me contacting Dylan? Okay. The outcome of Dylan. So give me a little bit of context. All right. So for your first question, what will be the outcome of me contacting Dylan? So it's going to be one of those moments where you kind of throw caution to the wind and you say, fuck it. And you start really thinking about things, okay? The reason that I say this is because we got this 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups normally like this is like, yeah, fuck it, we'll see what happens. But this one means that you're being cautious, and there's a reason you're being cautious. Then we got the 9 of Swords, which means we're overthinking things, depression starting to set in, and we're wondering if we're the reason to blame. So this is kind of where we're going back and actually trying to make amends, okay? So that just kind of tells us what the situation is. Now, to answer your question, how exactly will it go? We got the 6 of Pentacles. So this means that you're going to be given an ultimatum or a choice when you have this conversation, okay? And one of the things that is going to pop up is about friendships and who's loyal. So that's one thing that you're going to have to think of. There's going to be a sacrifice that's going to need to be made. We got the 3 of Pentacles coming up, which means that you're going to slowly work on yourself and start to rebuild yourself after this. So I don't see it really going that great. Now, how does Dylan feel about trying to come together again? Let's see what that holds. What will they think about trying to get together again? Try to make amends and try to make it work. What will be the outcome between him and Dylan to try to make things work? All right. Caution to the wind again. Yep, of Pentacles. Disaster averted. Okay, so there's going to be some cards in here that's going to be similar, okay, Danielle? So for the first one that we got is we got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which means that they're not keeping their eye on us. You're keeping your eye on them, it seems. Or maybe even vice versa. But it does seem like one of you is more invested into just trying to make it work again. The reason I say that also is because once again, our little 4 of Cups comes in right beside it. And then also underneath it, we got the 9 of Swords. So this kind of tells me that it's kind of you that's lingering on a little bit. Now, when it comes to the King of the Cups, they're kind of not in the right headspace right now. There's a lot of things in their life that they're starting to let go of, which is the 10 of Wands that we got here. And it does seem that they are trying to rebuild themselves back up because we got the Tower in reverse, which means that there's a growing period going on. Let's see. But once they come together, what will be the reaction? You're going to come in with good faith into this meetup, okay? You're going to come in bringing your heart and your soul into it. Unfortunately, we got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, normally when it's like this, means we're willing to make things work. When it's in reverse, this means that there's no compromise to kind of go in between these two, my dear. So, unfortunately, it does not look favorable. I did a cartomancy reading for her and got the same thing. Who got the same thing? I'm so lost. Do you work with any other deities? I work with Hades. I work with Hecate. I've worked with Odin. I've worked with Zeus. I've worked with Poseidon. I've worked with Ares, Athena. I've worked with Moron. I've worked with what is her name? Persephone a few times. Honestly, if I were to go down the list, we'd be here way too long. Same. Can I get a card? You can get a card, my dear. Just give me 1 minute. People never read the description, dear. That's why we leave them there. All right. So, Brittany, what are your questions, my dear? If you want a love reading, please go ahead and get one by emailing me. And then we'll set up a private time and all that fun jazz, my dears. Good morning, Sugar Cookie. But, Joanna, let's see what we got for you, my dear. Okay, we need to get another deck. You're fighting change. And you need to focus on yourself. Normally, this means that change is unavoidable, but it seems like right now we're fighting the change that's in front of us. Corlinda. Let's see what is going on with Corlinda today while I wait on Brittany. Hey, sorry, I had to do something. I missed my reading. I'm going to go back. Not a problem, baby. Go back and then just let me know. Corlinda. Ooh, we got Jupiter in reverse, which means our magic is finally taking flight and doing what we want. So keep that in mind. When you speak words, you're casting miniature spells, okay? So just be careful what you wish for, because you may get it. Corlinda, Brittany. Hey, can I get a general? Vina Rose. By the way, for anybody who is in here, if you would be so kind to hit the like button. Subscribe, because I'm always going live. Rose, we got an Aquarius in reverse, which means you don't have a vision right now. You don't know what you're going to be doing. And it's followed by Leo, which is leading you to feel a little bit unbalanced and not having the courage that one needs. So what you need to do is just kind of take back and think, what is it that you're wanting to achieve? How are you going to achieve it? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of failing? Because even if you fail, you can still dust yourself off and do it again. There's not a limit on how many times you can do things. You know what I mean? What's with the finger in the thumbnail? I don't know. I was just having fun. Some days I like to have fun. We're going to do the same thing-ish, but for growth, I got more exploration. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Hi. How are you? May I have a love reading? Already to describe that. Oh my God, I work with Lucifer, Lilith, and Hecate. Now, I thought about working with Lucifer, but I haven't had him come to me yet. So the day that he comes to me is the day that we will be working together. The thing I hate about cartomancy is it really hard to give yourself a reading. Oh my God, that is so fucking true. Like, I read myself, but I always second guess my wants to myself because I feel like my energy is like pushing it through. So Sugar Cookie, or Cookie of Doom, as I like to call her, can verify. I'll just be like, hey, pick a card for me. Just a random card. I'll ask the question on my end. Whatever she picks, that's my confirmation. Little Sag, how you doing, baby? I haven't seen you in a while. And for you, we got Sagittarius. So this means that you're kind of just taking life by the balls and just doing what you want with it. You're not giving a fuck what other people think right now. So congratulations on taking life by the balls. Well, if you got questions, I do charge for them. Hey, Katie. So Brittany, you're my next one. Let's see what we got. The key that showed up with Hecate is trying to tell me something. The key that showed up with Hecate, is she trying to tell me something? Ooh, we got the 11th house in reverse. So that means that, you know, we're finally getting back to normal. We got Aries, which means that we need to keep grounded and stop trying to find new opportunities with the sun and the moon. So the first two that I want to address is that we got the 11th house, Brittany, in reverse, which means, you know, we're starting to go down the path that we need to, but you're still freaking the fuck out. Calm down. Then we got Aries, which means you got your feet on the ground running. And you keep on going. If you keep on going as fast as you're going to burn out. You need to take a little bit of time and kind of step back and at least relax a little bit. We got the sun, which is a loss of opportunity. Now, where you're getting this loss of opportunity, I don't know, but it might be a good thing because afterwards we got some emotions coming in, some divine feminine energy to kind of smooth it out. Let's see. Yeah. Just finding balance. It's basically what it means. There's a need for balance in your life, and right now, you're kind of not fully in the middle yet. Do you know what I mean? Now, for 2, is there another deity trying to communicate with me? It is hard to figure out. Now, with this one, I'm going to pull out my double deck just for the reason. Let's see what kind of energy you got around you. I can't figure out what she's trying to tell me. Also, you got to think, as you move in your journey, you're going to get keys. It's kind of like gaining diplomas, you know what I mean? Like you've reached a part of your life and then you just keep going forward. And eventually you get these keys. That's kind of like a key of completion of that part of your life. Now, as far as, is there another deity trying to work with Brittany? If so, bring it forth. You got a darker energy around you, I can tell you that. With this darker energy, we got the Queen of Cups. And, okay, so you've got a darker energy that fluctuates between male and female. I'm not sure who exactly is calling to you without going more in depth into it. But I can tell you that they are very gender fluid. And it does seem like they try to find the balance on things. So what I would do, depending on who you think it is, I'm going to let you know, though, they're a lot darker than what you're used to working with. Like, the energy is really heavy with manipulation. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then we got the Six of Swords. So not only are they good with manipulation, they're good with battle, and they are good to basically be what others want them to be. Which means they can morph themselves, shape-shifting. Sorry. I don't know why, but I keep on hearing the name Osiris. So, I don't know if that means anything, but keep going down your path. My dear, my sweet little innocent Brittany. Well, that made sense in my head. Yes, I can confirm that. Can you pick a card for me, Star Moon? Yes, I can, my dear. If you guys wouldn't mind just hitting that like button, I would appreciate it. Star Moon. We got the Five of Pentacles, which means don't talk about the things that you think that you have before you have them in hand, okay? The reason I say this is because when we start doing this, people put their energy into it, which fucks up your shit. So stop telling people until you know for a fact you've got certain opportunities that are laid in stone, okay? Relax. What's relaxing? You know, it's one of those things where, like, I hear you lay on the bed, you just spread your legs and enjoy yourself. That's pretty much how I define relaxing. But that's just me. Relaxing can come in many different forms. Hello, little Sag. How are you? I feel not snarky, but like meh. Did you read a card for me and I missed it? No, I did not, my dear. I sound like such a newbie. So we got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which means we're finally getting over the things in the past. So basically what this is saying is it's kind of like that atonement card that I got in my other deck. You know, there's so many things that you've carried on with you from different arguments, and you're finally learning to let them out, okay? Let's see what else we can get for Sugar Cookie of Doom. By the way, she is one of our #1 Patreon supporters. So we got the Six of Wands in reverse. So it means we still got a little bit of work to do. And some things that we're not ready to admit to ourselves. And let's see what else we got. And we've got the older gentleman coming through with knowledge and power. So it seems like you've got someone who's going to be coming to you spiritually to kind of help guide you in a sense. And we got the Page of Swords, which means whoever this is that's guiding you, this is newfound territory. So please be careful on your ride. Please keep your hands, your feet, and all your nibs intact. You changed your hair. I love it. I know. It's a lot shorter now. The length that you see this is the length of my hair, my dear. Debbie, I just saw my reading. I only call upon my positive, loving, and effective ancestors. I recently connected with 5 different ancestors as representatives for the others. Well, I'm telling you, baby, that there's somebody in your midst. How can I be lied to if I call upon uplifting and loving spirits? Because one of the spirits that you're calling upon had a past that you didn't know about, and you need to dive into your ancestry, my dear. Also, when you're calling upon your ancestors, how do you call upon your ancestors? Do you do it by name, or do you just go, all the positive ancestors that I have? But I'm telling you, that was like vivid reading when I did that one. There's someone who dealt with financial issues. There's someone who really didn't have a lot in life. But I'm not saying they're all horrible, but they're not a great ancestor to be having around. They seemed like they were the type that people kind of outcasted them. Trying to remember what we had from the reading. Outcast, financial issues. But it's almost like the adults didn't like the individual, but anyone under a certain age did. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like, is someone who adults couldn't stand, but younger kids to like preteens really got along with. She warned me of a woman who was gossipy and was jealous of me. My intuition told me it was an ancestor, and I don't want to believe it. If you want to find out which ancestor it is, this is how I would do it. Call upon the one ancestor. So, like, for example, for me, my mom passed away, right? So if I feel like someone who I'm doing ancestry work is working against me, then I would go to my mother, because to my mother, she's my patriarch. You know what I mean? To me. Which to her, it would have been her mother, and so forth and so on. And I'd reach out to her and be like, hey, I need you to tell me. I don't care how you tell me, by sending somebody with a story towards me, coming to me in a dream, send me a sign. And then pick 2 symbols, okay? One for yes and one for no. So, like, let's say I would tell my mom a red cardinal for yes and a blue jaybird for no. You know what I mean? Just kind of to throw it out there. Keep having dreams of Lucifer a lot, and when I dream Hecate, Medusa is with her. I think my brain's broken. Not necessarily. You got to think Medusa would be technically considered an underworld entity, or at least in my eyes, she would be. And as far as Lucifer, it could be possible. I mean, they are good at making people's desires come true and being able to be gender fluid. So, I mean, that's very possible. Ravana, she never forgets, I promise. She just takes her time with each one. Can I get a reading pulled for me, maybe? Ravana, my dear, I believe I did. But I will pull one for you. Let's see what we got. So, you've got an older gentleman in your life, okay? This older gentleman, let's find out what his purpose is. You got an older man playing you like a fool, because we got the magician right after it. So be careful on who you believe, my dear. I don't personally know my ancestors. I did put letters on cards and come up with names. I asked if the ancestors were okay with it, and they rolled with it right. Either that, or if you have done it like that, then what I would do is take the names that you put for each one and do a meditation with that one card. Like, what is the energy that you're getting from that one ancestor? Keep on doing it till you feel that almost like a tug, like where it feels like someone, like a little kid, you know what I mean? Like when they grab your pants leg and tug, but a lot stronger. And it'll go down into the bottom to like right about below the breast line. When you start feeling that, you hit the one. What would feel comfortable? I understand it not. What would feel comfortable? What do you mean, baby? Can I ask you? Yeah, baby, you can ask me your 2 other questions. I'm sorry. Lucifer, no. Wait, what? No. Lucifer, Lucy. Did you call me? I believe I did you, if you paid for one. I don't think you paid for one. Guys, you're going to have to pay attention to your readings because I know some of you wine and dine. I did one for you, my dear. But I did not call for you. Okay, my phone's cut out and all I heard was spread your legs and energy. I'm dead. No, what I was saying is to relax. I was like, do whatever you need to do. If you got to lay on the bed, spread your legs and release some energy, do so. That's what I was saying. The questions would be too specific. Is that okay with you? Yeah, baby. You can ask me whatever you want. I want to dip and see what's up. Thanks, bye. Oh, not a problem, baby. I'm going to dip and see what's up. Thanks, bye. Okay. I don't know what got you to run, but bye. Dear Lord. People work with whoever calls to them. Deities have a lot of history. And one deity can use multiple names and different pantheons. So keep that in mind. So Brittany, what have you been up to besides working a lot, trying to get your shit together, you know what I mean? Anything new and exciting? Can I trust my Aunt Ness and can I trust my Aunt Hattie? Those are the two female sisters I work with. All right. So, can I trust Ness? Can I trust Hattie? Can I trust Ness? And can I trust Hattie? We're going to go with Ness first. So, what I'm going to do is going to pull one card for each individual. And I'm going to take both of these questions and kind of put them into one. Because to me, that just doesn't seem right, giving you one card for each one and it being two questions. So the first one I'm going to pull for is Ness, and the second one I'm going to pull for is Hattie, okay? And the way that I'm going to do this, depending on which way the cards go, they're yes or no, okay? So let's see how this goes. Can I trust Ness? Ness, we've got the Five of Cups in reverse, so there's some trickery there. And Hattie. Can I trust Hattie? And we got the Emperor. So Hattie's good, but Ness, this is where you're getting some issues. And I think it's almost like a position of where Ness and Hattie don't like each other. So I don't know if they're close together or what, but there is a bashing of heads, so to speak. What do I do about it? I'm stuck. Do I wait and see what happens or try to figure it out? I'm nervous. Well, it just depends on you, baby. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be nervous. I mean, you can be nervous because who am I to tell you how to fucking feel? But realistically, you're working with fucking magic. You're working with fucking spirits. And the queen of the fucking crossroads. What's there to be scared of? Trust me. That's just my opinion. But I'm one of those weird motherfuckers who, you know, goes into Ness. Name came in my dream. And that's why I talked to her today. Wow. I would have never thought that she was a problem. Thank you so much. Not a problem, baby. I'm so sorry. It may just be that there was a placement issue. You know what I mean? I would consult your other ancestors, ask for signs. You're like, guide me. Show me what it is. Hecate is amazing. Hecate is fucking amazing. She is the queen. She is the mother. She is everything and nothing, all in between. An interesting discussion I seen happen in one of the Hecate groups was that they had never seen Hecate threefold, like the three phases of Hecate in one. That she always appeared to them as one person, and they were wondering if other people experienced it. And 99.99% of them were, yeah, she comes as one. So it all depends on your perception and how you perceive things. Like me, I perceive Hecate in her three forms as at the beginning stage of her life, the middle stage of her life, and the ending. And the things that she rules is divided. And I also believe that there's three different pantheons that she was intertwined with before the Greek. I think they got mad and ran because I had a dream of Lucifer, and I guess it's like because they work with Lucifer. I don't know. I don't know either. I wonder if it's her, Persephone, and Demeter. Now, that could be possible. That's more of the female energy, though, than a male energy. Now, if we're talking about her, Persephone, and Demeter, I mean, there's so many different theories on the 3 phases and who she is and who they are. And depends if you're going with the Greek adaptation or older or the ones that she moved to after. Gods don't change, they evolve. That's how I always say. Gods don't change, they evolve. They evolve in the times for this world, and they grow and learn from the process of it. I'm getting a new car. My son graduated elementary school. Yay! Scored in the 8th grade level starting 6th grade. So proud. Aww. Yes, and Hecate has been around forever, right? That's why I say, you know, when it comes to information about Hecate, I can only tell you what I know from my journey. Every witch has their own journey with Hecate, and it's all about bonding and learning and, you know, seeing what keys were we presented and what others were presented. I can't connect with my ancestors at all. I've tried. It's so sad. You know, connecting with those who passed on, which would be considered your ancestors. Hi, I'm back. Hello, NN. How are you? You know, you're not always going to connect with everybody, but there is certain people that you would connect to. Like, let's say, for me, my mom is one of my ancestors. My grandma is one of my ancestors. My great-grandma is one of my ancestors. On my father's side, I don't really know a whole lot of them except for his dad, and his dad was a sweetheart towards me. Last question. Can I trust Lish? Can I trust EJ? Can I trust Lish? Can I trust EJ? Okay, so can I trust Lish? You definitely can trust Lish because we got the 7 of Pentacles and the Emperor. So it means that they don't put too much into your... they don't try to push you to do things. They just try to show you the way. They just try to guide you. And this, to me, has a lot of power. Someone who worked magic. Someone who knows the elements and working with animals in their practice. So as far as Lish, they good to go. As far as EJ, and not so much. Let's see what we got going on here. We got the Page of Wands. So they were the silent type, and we got the 4 of Swords. They weren't always mentally aware of their surroundings, but they're not horrible. Page of Wands was just means that they're more the silent type. They'd rather let you do your own, how do I explain it? It's like watching a kid fall. If you prevent them from falling, they can never learn. So how they help you is watching you fall and then helping guide you back up. If that makes sense for you. I don't know. I guess I'll see why I'm dreaming of Lucifer and Medusa and Hecate will be upset. I think too much, maybe. That's my head being so big. Well, first off, I don't think she's going to be mad. You got to think she's the keeper of the keys, which means that she can open gateways, destroy gateways, and lead you to a different path. If you feel like you're being leaded to like Lucifer or Medusa, there's probably a fucking reason, and Hecate is probably most likely behind it. Oh my god, Lucifer was messing with me so I can get his attention because he wants another offering. The man who has all but asks for more. You gotta love it. Ooh, you got a lot that popped out on you. Gussin. Vasco. Corvona. If you haven't worked with Fornius, Gussin, Bell, or Bathen, I would look into it. Look into working with them. Stay away from Asmodeus, Glacia, and only when you need it the most, call on Basigo. Because those all popped up when I was reading your comment. I'm definitely working on connecting my deities. I feel like stronger energy in my hand and around me a bit. That's all I got. Well, that's all you need to work with. I like these videos that you make. Oh, well, thank you, and I appreciate it. I try to make fun videos. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I think our biggest video on here was what I wish I knew before working with Hecate. And it's great that the views are up, but it would have been great to get them 5,000 subscribers. But, it's kind of the process. The goddess brings to you the people that need to be around you. That's how I like to believe. Heard Bassett. And who? I'm trying to remember. Bassett. I'll have to look at it. Stay away from these two. Okay? I know it's kind of hard to read. Stay away from Glacia, Laboros, and where are you? Asmodeus. Stay away from them too. You might have to go back because, to be honest, I don't know which cards were what. Asmodeus. Where are you, my lucky pets? I don't need whiskey. I definitely need whiskey for Hades. Right now we got 3 altars set up. One for Hecate, which she's got the biggest altar in here. Then we got one for Hades, and then we got one for Athena in my house. Hey, I sent another PayPal. Can I trust? Girl, can I trust girl? He's a gay uncle who came up as an ancestor. Can I try girl? Can I trust 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 girl? Okay, so the card that we got coming up is the Ace of Pentacles, which gives all the worldly power and treasure. So, since it was in reverse, that tells me that they're more of the one to give you advice. So, the advice that they give is all that they can pretty much offer. They were never really had much in their life to give except for their, what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't have much in life to give except for their advice. And that's kind of where you'll get the dreams coming in to kind of pre-warn you of things. It's from girl. And then spiritual advice when working with my altar from the tarot, please. Okay, so is there any advice that I need to bestow upon her when it comes to working with her altar? Okay, so the first one that we got is Beelzebub, which deals with the moon. When you're working on your altar and you're working around your altar, you need to make sure that your emotions are in tune with the work that you're doing. So if you're doing anything painful, not saying you do, but if you're doing it, make sure you're doing it in the heat of the moment. If you're trying to clear the energy from a certain work area, such as your altar, make sure to do it when you're at peace of mind, okay? Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this basically means that we need to do more ancestral money offerings. And then we got Judgment in reverse, which this deals with causes one to be light, which is in reverse. When it comes to offerings, do the ones that feel right for you. not the ones that everybody else is telling you to do. Because it feels like some of the offerings that you've given hasn't always been exactly what they wanted. And you've kind of wondered that a little bit. Now we've got the Fool in reverse. This basically means that you don't have to feel necessary to dress the part as long as you're there mentally. Your mentality is going to be your armor. That's going to be how you see yourself. So when you're going to your altar, you need to envision that dream, that perfection that you want to put out into your casting, okay? It seems like it's almost like when someone watches a movie and they see a certain character, but then they see themselves as that character. In your mind, you have to see yourself as the highest self, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being down on this level, but seeing your higher self, trying to find that connection between the two and bringing it into your mind. So we got Justice, and then we got the Queen of Wands. When you speak, you need to speak in all directions, not just one pointed direction, especially when you're doing your magic. Now, for the last and final thing, you have friends and loves makes one be loved by friends and foes. You need to place 6 charms onto your altar. These charms need to symbolize what you want to bring into not only yourself, but to your craft as well. So you don't have to make them all at once. Make them over time when you get that feeling of, like, I'm ready to make this charm. It's almost like you're building yourself as you meet these milestones. Do you know what I mean? You need to put the milestones in your life to match your spiritual life as well and kind of intertwine them. So if you want one for money, one for love, one for health, and kind of have them on your altar and as a reminder. So when you see them, you can always put energy into them as well. Heading into work. See you, dear. Good luck. You're the best. Thank you. Time to go dip my toes and meditate. See you tomorrow, beautiful. Not a problem, dear. See ya. Can I get a reading, please, on what's important? You can, Smith. You just, for that, I do charge for questions. So that would be a question on, can I get a reading on what's important? And then you have to clarify, like, what are you meaning? What's important? What's important to you? What's important to your journey? What's important in life? Like, what are we looking for? Hey, Angela, how are we doing, baby? Demetra, hello. I'm sorry I missed you. You're very welcome, Natural Beauty, and thank you, baby. Oh, shoot. Aurora, this one's for you, my dear. Aurora, we got the Tower. I don't know what destruction you got in your life, but it feels like utter chaos, and I feel like I'm being blindsided. Like, it happened so quick, like my mind's just like, what the fuck? So be careful. Demetra. Let's see what I got for Demetra. Dude, Demetra. We got the Ace of Wands. Be swift with your words and the actions will follow. So basically, your words are power. You're putting them into existence. You're going to start seeing them come to life. So you need to be careful what you're saying. And Angela, my dear, my sweet. I'll tell you what, I always get this Natural Beauty whenever I do your readings. It's almost like I feel like someone's looking through my eyes when I'm doing a reading for you. It's very weird. I've only had it happen a few times, but I like it. But it's weird because it feels like it's my eyes, but it's not my eyes. Angela. We got the Queen of Cups, which means that we're not always going to be emotionally stable. It's facts. But by us wearing the emotions on our sleeves, it allows others to know where we stand. And then we got the Two of Swords. So it basically means that you're going to find peace here soon between somebody that you've been having some issues with. I just realized I had one more easy ancestor connection tip. I forgot to tell you. Ooh, tell away. Hello, Weave. Hello, NN. NN, were you wanting a reading, baby? Because I think you came in earlier and you got a reading. I can't remember, though, but I believe you did. Weave, will he reach out? Baby, that is a question. I charge for questions. Information's down below, though. Hello, Jules Grace. How are you doing, sweetheart? Ooh, you got conflict. And we got the King of Swords and the Three of Cups. So you're having issues with a friend. So be careful. Good luck. Yes, any advice would be great. Thank you. Right, that's what we do. We're like a little community. We share. Honestly, I know nothing about Celtic or Egyptian mythology. Neither do I. Like, I know very little about it. As far as my Egyptian knowledge goes, it goes as far as reading, what was it? The Great Magni. It was, or the Greek papyri. Might have been it. The Greek papyri. That's about as far as I go. Oh, I just realized. One easy thing. Blah, blah, blah. Debbie, you have a great energy and I trust you. I'm happy I was late to you. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, babe. And I'm happy that I met you because you gave me a nice connection to somebody who, when I'm hearing things, I can know who to contact. Because it's always nice. It's so weird to be spiritual and then sometimes you need more context, but there's no one there on that level around you to get the same context. You know what I mean? So it's kind of nice to have other readers to go to if I need advice. Angela, that was a really good one. I realized one easy, it could be a playlist. Exactly, playlist of music is very good. I mean, there are mentions in the Book of Solomon and the Grand Grimoire about Vasigo, but barely. See, and that's kind of the issue. Things get lost in time, and then that means that you have to create your own connection and get information based off of that connection. And it only makes it valid for you and your path. Will I be able to get a reading? Yes, you can, my dear. Hey, by the way, guys, if you would, just hit like and subscribe. I appreciate it. So we got the Four of Swords. That means you're at a crossroads right now. And you're not really sure in which direction we're going to be heading here in the future. But it does seem we got the Four of Pentacles to kind of weigh it out. So money isn't an object when it comes to, taking some time back and kind of looking at things. But we got the Six of Swords. So even though that you would be financially stable, it does seem like you're like, well, if I do this, then this may happen or that may happen. But there does seem to be a need to find something new. It seems like your energies become stagnant. Jules Grace, my dear, if you go back, you get a reading, my dear. I do 1 cards, draws. Hello. Questions I charge for, baby. I'm sorry. But if you are subscribed, you do get a general card. And you got the High Priestess, which means that you need to take your dark self and the light self and combine it into one, which means you got shadow work to do. It almost feels like you got one face that you give the world and one face that you always keep hidden. What's that? It was at the energy too. I can play something that makes me feel confident, right? There's something about music that just speaks to the soul. Angela, did I get my general card today? You did, my dear, but since you may have missed it, 2 of Cups, Angela. 2 of Cups. Pay attention. So this basically means that you and another individual are find the better in each other. Make amends. Questions are charged, Aurora. Sorry, my dear. If you want information, you can go down below in my comment section and you'll see all that. But I'm only going to be on here for another 10 minutes. So if you guys are wanting me to do questions, send your payments through Cash App or PayPal now because I will be closing down here shortly. Just because of the hubby. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you, baby. Fucking wrist is killing me. Of course, it doesn't help that I sit there and rearrange myself every 5-10 minutes. By the way, I'm going to check and see how close we are to 1,000. Because once we hit 1,000 that week, everybody gets one free question that week each time I'm live. So let's see where we are currently at. I do look pretty bad, though, in the picture. It's just like... But I promise I was having fun with it. All right, so we got 940 subscribers. We are 60 away from... So if we can get, in the next couple weeks, 60 more people, probably by the end of June, we will be doing the week of free questions. Have you ever read The Magical Familiarity? Well, give me a second. I'm going to have to Google it. And then I'm going to have to look at it. Because names, good luck. Visuals, another thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. If what I'm seeing is it, then no. There's a 1 and a 2. And it seems like they're fucking expensive. Dear Lord. $1,500 for the first one and the second one? Sweet baby jeez. Sweet baby Hercules. I promoted you on my class. This is the first one. I promoted you on my classroom. This is the first one. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. By the way, will you send me an email with that information? I'm going to try to actually make it if I remember to register. Sent. Let's see where you sent it, baby. Do 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 do. Staying in love with you. So I have just clashed with my Virgo ex because of his behavior, leaving me at scene when I've never done such a thing. I am blood boiled. Now I want to know what happened. I need justice so bad. So I just clashed with my ex because of his behavior, leaving me at scene when he never done such before. Okay, so you want to know why did he leave you? Is that basically what I'm getting for your first question? Oh, you found it. I almost was getting ready to type it. Is that what you're asking, is why did they leave you there? I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you right. My Virgo ex, because of his behavior, leaving me at the scene when he never done this before. I'm bloodborne. I need justice. All right. So I did laugh, but it's fucked up. Okay. So we got manipulation. I want to know what would happen now after I told him to go ahead and carry on with other people was. May not be important. So we got manipulation going on with the devil and monarch. It's basically meaning accepting sacrifice, and you were a sacrifice. That's pretty much what we're getting to. Then we got the 9 of Swords. They don't realize the things that they do, and it's coming back to bite them in the ass. So that's kind of where we're kind of going. And then we got the 4 of Pentacles, which was in reverse, which means that we're trying to lay all of our cards out on the table, and we got the 4 of Cups in reverse. But it seems like you said, situation is growing. I want to know what will happen after I told him to go ahead and carry on with the other people, and maybe it's fine. As maybe I'm not important. Okay, so what is going to happen from this? So to answer your first question, manipulator, big fucking time. Very hard-headed. Done for so long. Anyway, and for your, oh yeah, he's a manipulator. I've been done having justice to bring in later. I'm done. Hopefully justice just brings him, sorry, later, just for my own self, of course. Now, as far as like, where is this going to lead him? He's going to basically railroad all the people in his life with the Six of Pentacles. So basically, the people that he does have around, he's going to fuck it up. He is going to fuck it up. We got the King of Cups. So they're going to try to make it sound like they were the better out of the two, but really, they're giving a lot of false hope and false promises. Like their head is so big, they can't see what's behind them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they try to act smart, but they're really fucking dumb. And then we got the Seven of Cups. That is weird. Oh, I just now noticed that. It's nifty. Alright, so the Seven of Cups. He tries to act like he changes his stripes, but he's not. Like, it's like, oh, it reminds me of one of those people that's like, oh, baby, I've changed. I really have. Look at me. I've done X, Y, and Z, and it's like, bitch, you haven't done shit. All you've done is lie through your teeth, and some people believed it. Then we got the Ten of Pentacles, which is stretching themselves out too thin. Yeah, their lies are going to catch up with them soon, and it's going to really fucking bite. And we got the Three of Swords, so it means that they're going to be hit from quite a few different angles. And we got the Three of Pentacles. So give it about 2 to 3 weeks. You'll start seeing some chaos enter this person's life. And not the kind of fun chaos that we like to do here on this channel. So good luck to him. All right, my dearies. I got to dip out for at least a half an hour. But I'll probably be back later. So, you know, got to keep the hubby happy and talk to him. It's pathetic. I care about him more than any offering option he did. Damn, I wanted that. Thank you. You're very welcome, baby. Bye, guys. I'll probably be back later. I don't know. Bye.